Hi, how are you? Today, I would like to talk about our body. I think of our body as a vehicle. It is a projection of ourself that we give to the world for people to perceive us in any kind of manner, however you want that to be. A lot of us might say, oh no, I had nothing to do with this. I just was born in this body. Unfortunately, that's not true. We have a lot to say on how this body functions and how this body is perceived. So on that note, I did make a cheat sheet because I tried to do this video a couple of times and I kept forgetting and skipping things. So my cheat sheet in case I start to ramble and get lost. Okay, first, let's talk about what we should put into our bodies. On the top of the list, and this should be the bulk of our diet, fruits, vegetables, and eggs. I can't begin to tell you how essential these things are to your body. We also require meat. There are people who are pretty much saying, no, we don't need meat in our diet. But I have done a little bit of background checking and studying and researching and found that a lot of people who don't have some form of meat in their diet tend to become anemic. And I don't want a body that's not going to function well. So I'm going to add a little bit of meat to my diet. If you don't feel like you need meat, then I suggest you really research and make sure you don't become anemic. And that's a whole nother story. We don't want to be anemic. So the next thing that we need to put in our body is water. Such a common thing, so silly. Water. Yes, let's run to the tap and get the water. Hold on to that. First, we need to find out where our water's coming from and what is in our water. We do not want to be drinking anything with heavy metals, fluoride, chlorine, or pharmaceuticals that have ended up in our water. These things are detrimental to our health, and we need to find out where our water source is coming from and make sure that these things are not in there. And from what I understand, I don't believe that filters can take out fluoride. I mean, I'm still researching it, but I'm pretty sure that's the one thing filters cannot take out. And pharmaceuticals. I don't think it can take out pharmaceuticals either. Still researching. So, on to the next thing. Let's talk about vitamins. You need and require vitamins in your diet. I don't know if you can get enough of the vitamins you have in your food in a daily eating, whatever you eat daily, for the amount of vitamins to replenish your body. Our body is a well-organized biological machine, and it does need maintenance. Unfortunately, not all of us have it in working order. So, we'll have to go there. Now we have the battle of what kind of vitamins? Should they be synthetic vitamins or should they be whole food vitamins? Well, I'm still researching them also, but so far it looks like the whole food vitamins are easier for your body to assimilate and use. So that's still being researched also. I do a lot of research, so we'll see how that works. Maybe I'll do another video after this after I've completely researched everything. But this is to get you started. Now, I do know this from my research. Vitamin C is the most important vitamin you can have in your diet. And it's because the vitamin C helps activate all your other vitamins. Without it, some of your vitamins can't even be activated. And that's a bit scary because our bodies are machines. They need to be replenished. A body works like this. Every day, every hour of every minute, we have cell being replaced. So, in order to replace the cells, we need to have the material to replace them. If we are eating things that don't have anything nutritionally sound in them, the vitamins, the minerals, the acids, the list goes on and on, you are not going to have a good replacement. So basically, our body is replicating who we are. And in that replication, we don't have the things to replicate it. I can't imagine what kind of copy we're going to end up with. I foresee aging being a huge issue because of lack of vitamins and minerals and essential whatever amino acids and probably some other health issues, I'm positive. So the next thing is, let me see, processed food. Oh, let's talk about processed food. Don't eat it. I don't care what it is. Don't put it in your mouth. There's nothing in processed food that your body requires. And as a matter of fact, it'd be equivalent to eating the carpet on the floor because that's how much you're getting out of it. Yes, I know it's easy, and I know you've had a hard day working and you just want to go home and pop something in that microwave, which I suggest you throw into the garbage immediately. If you had a clue what a microwave actually did to your food, you would never have it in your home, let alone ever eat anything out of it. So, oh, and by the way, a little tidbit of information. I think the microwave was actually produced by the Nazis as a weapon. Need I say more? So, let's go on to the next thing. GMO'd foods. Well, I have done a little research into GMO foods, and what I have found is a bit alarming. Some of the food that has been GMO'd has completely GMO'd some of the nutrition you need out of your food. Vitamin B17, amygdalin is a big one. Without the vitamin B17 amygdalin, it's like having a vitamin C deficiency. Vitamin C is imperative because if you don't have it in your body, you can actually get something called scurvy, which was a huge issue years ago, probably a couple hundred years ago. Or maybe 100 years ago, for sailors who would go out to sea and they didn't have their vitamin C, and they would end up with all kinds of sores and body aches and things because your body requires these vitamins to maintenance itself. And without them, you're in a world of hurt. So, yes, the vitamin B17, the amygdalin. From what I understand, there are other foods that carry the vitamin B17, like apricot pits, which would be like how almonds used to be before they were genetically modified. We used to have almonds that were bitter almonds, and they were loaded in vitamin B17. And you barely can find them. Most likely, I think you'll have to get them overseas because I don't even think they're grown in America anymore. And it's not just that. Our wheat, we used to have something called bulgur wheat, and that's been GMO to the point where it's actually detrimental if you eat it. It can give you leaky gut syndrome. So, and corn from its original state. At one point, corn was actually healthy for you. Do you remember that old corn? It used to look like, they'd call it Indian corn. It had all the pretty colors in it. Well, doesn't look like that anymore. And now it's become quite toxic. Yes, unfortunately, I'm a corn lover. And when I found that bit of information out, it was hard to swallow. Think of everything that's made out of corn. It's a big one. And wheat. So, let me see what else is on my list here. I guess that's about it. So stay away from GMO foods if you can. Most likely try to. There are some things you won't be able to, like the banana. It is GMO'd. It's not its original banana. Zucchini, my beloved zucchini. I will still eat my beloved zucchini, but it's also a GMO'd food. You can actually research all of this. It's no big secret. Just go online, start researching what has and hasn't been GMO'd, and it's your choice to do what you want to do. But my biggest thing is stay off of processed food. Go back to eating like they did 200 years ago. Anything that was eaten in its original form that hasn't been manipulated, modified, or something like this on this manner. If your body can recognize it, it can assimilate it, it can use it, it's healthy. If there are things in your diet that you can't even pronounce the name of, you shouldn't be eating it. So, oh, and one more, I think I forgot to put it on my list, sugar. If you're going to eat something sweet, try to find raw honey. And try to do the raw, because honey can also be diminished when it's been processed. And I think that's about it. So, my little video for the day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.